So I'm sure in the last couple of days, about a week I could say, you've been inundated on the stories from Kotoko on players leaving, either the ones who were leaving because their contract has ended with the club and so they have to move on, the likes of Stephen Mukwala, who has left and has indeed signed for Simba of Tanzania on a 2-year contract. That's the news coming through. It's official now. Now, Stephen Mukwala says that Uganda International has left Kotoko after the deal came to an end, and he has signed a 2-year deal with Simba in Tanzania. Also, Richmond Lamte also left, and yesterday was unveiled. In fact, today is official. He's unveiled now by APR of Rwanda. So, Lamte to APR of Rwanda, Mukwala to Simba of Tanzania. So these players indeed moved on after the deal came to an end. But another 20 plus players were released by the Porcupine Warriors, right from captain of the side, goalie Danlad, was released, and a lot of them, Zeze, the Ivorian, also was released. Since he was released about some few days ago, he has signed on for Raja Casablanca of Morocco. Can you believe that? So these number of players have been released. Now, question has been asked, what's going on at Kotoko? Why are all these players being released after the season came to an end? It hardly happens that a football season will come to an end and one club will decide to release over 20 players. These are not players who were fringe. These were players who were in the first team and week in, week out, were in the starting 11, if not, or the squad, match day squad of Kotoko in the Ghana Premier League games. So why would the team decide at the end of the season to release this number of players to leave? And I'm sure you've been hearing all the arguments, counter-arguments, accusations from some players, ex-players, some accusing the coach, Ogum, of doing this because he doesn't like those players, and that is the reason why these players are leaving or they're making them leave, because he's too arrogant and cannot deal with the players, and they're arrogant as well, so it's clashing, and so these boys have been released. You've heard all these stories. I'm asking questions as well myself. Just like you are asking questions. And you can see in your show some of the Kotoko players when they featured for the team in a season. This is the last game Kotoko played in the GPO against Bofuakwa at Obayara Stadium. Look at the attendance, empty stadium. There are issues clear that must be addressed by the Warriors. When I say Warriors, I'm referring to Kotoko. They are the Porcupine Warriors, so the Warriors. What is happening? Why are all these players being released at this point in time? Why is there no communique from the team to explain to its teaming fans why they are doing what they are doing? And they are leaving it to all manner of people to now be speculating and saying all manner of things because there's no clarity on whether the team is doing this for this and that reason. Now, teams are allowed to do whatever they want to do. I mean, after all, the teams are the same people who employ these players. So if they feel these guys must leave, they can go ahead and do that. But I'm thinking there should have been a communique to their fans, at least. So their fans should be aware why the team is doing what they are doing. But they've not done so. And so they are leaving that to media men, supposed interested parties who sometimes call themselves media men, but they are clearly fans of Kotoko, who are in our business or our job, and speculating and saying all manner of things. Now, ex-players are joining Twitter or X Spaces and are labeling all manner of accusations towards the coach, Coach Ogum, and those who run the team as we have it now. But why? As a football club, are they not entitled to sign players they want to sign? Don't they also have the power to also let go players they want to let go? They can. One thing I know for sure is that, like they say, is the ends or the end that justifies the means. Whatever is going on, even though we've not been told officially what is happening at the club and why they are doing what they are doing, the little info some of us have picked is that the team wants to go on what they term a culture reset. A culture or team culture reset. Because we are told that there's a certain culture that has brewed up in that team of some players who clearly feel they are so big and are not giving off their very best in games. So the team and those who run the team feel now that, well, We brought you in for a purpose, to come and work for the football club. If at this point, some of you feel you're too big and are doing 1, 2, 3, or other things that are not beneficial to the club, we can let you go. There are those who have made the argument that why are they not selling the players then to make some money off them? So ask yourself, why is it not exploring that option? But are rather going on the tangent they are going, which is let all these boys go for free. In a week, in a matter of week and days, so 21 plus players have all been released. What's going on? Are they mental? Allow me to use that word. Are they mental to do this without no proper planning? I'm sure there's some planning behind it. But my only issue with the team is that they should have released a communique to their own fans to know why they are doing what they are doing. But they've been silent on it. It's the reason why it's allowing all manner of people to now speculate and say all manner of things about what they are doing. Because to be frank with you, what they are doing, like I've been told, it's allowed. It's a culture reset. Players in that team, and I've heard interviews of players in the past week. I recall when they had this player they called Agadas, Richard, I think it's Richard Buadu, sorry, Agadas. In that team, in an interview about a season or so ago, when he was captain for the side, say that he knows for a fact as captain that some players have been feigning injury to avoid playing for the football club. That came from the captain then, Richard Buadu, aka Agadas. If a football captain of a team can make this statement that some players have been feigning injury so they can avoid playing for the football club, it tells you there was a problem in that team. There were players in that team who, whatever reasons best known to them, were doing things that were not beneficial to the football club. But once they were there, they were getting salaries, they were paid, everything, they were comfortable with that. So if the team wants to do that, fair enough. So Coach Ogum and his team at Kotoko, who are in charge now, Kwesi Appiah, who is in Sudan, as the coach of Sudan, but member of the IMT of Kotoko, they have got the chief, and then of course, Dasobari, who has resigned. Then they have Ogum. These four were the ones in charge. I'm told currently there are moves at Mensia to get a new team to take over and run the football club, whether a board or a management. I'm sure in the coming days and weeks, it will be made clearer to all of us. But these are guys clearly are the ones who are in charge and are doing what they are doing. And I'm sure they have the blessings of Mensia in what they are doing, because you cannot be doing these mass transfers or mass exodus, if I can use that word, without a team ownership from Mensia being aligned and agreeing to that. So I can presume that they are aligned and they are okay with this. And that brings me to a thought. I recall when a team went to Mensia some time back when they were having issues. The owner told the team, if you feel as a player you cannot play for the team again, let me know and then just leave. So with all this, I'm beginning to think that perhaps is a reason why there's this mass release of players from the Porcupine Warriors. But my only issue, like I said, is why the team officials did not release a communique to communicate to their fans, to let them know why they are doing what they are doing. That's my only issue, really. They can decide to sack all the players. I would have an issue. Once next season starts and they'll have another set of team to play and win games with their fans, I will not have an issue. That's why I said that the end justifies the means. So I'm sure the fans are waiting for next season to start. If it starts and they begin to play well, they will have no issue, because for the fans, all they need is play well, win the games for them. That's their only consolation. But if it starts and they begin to again falter like they did this season, the last previous season, and finish 6th, then the fans will clearly have a go at those who are in charge. Because you cannot release all this number of players, bring new players on board, and again fail when the season starts. Then the fans will have every right to have a go at Ogum, have a go at the management team for what they have done. But until then, Benghazi, like I have said, I have no issue. And I see no reason why people who are outside have an issue with the football club deciding to let go of its players. Sometimes I wonder why some of our people, okay, let me not proceed on that tangent, because I may step on some toes I don't want to step on. But that's just what I want to say about Kotoko and the happiness at Kotoko. Let them do what they want to do. If they want to sack all the players, go ahead. What we will ask, though, is when the next season starts and they begin not to perform, that is when the real issues will come up. But until then, let's all hold our peace. Look at them manage their football club. They have got the interest of the club, I'm sure, at heart from Mensia, because they own the club. So let's allow them to do what they want to do. It's as simple as that.